Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to today's unseen video. This is obviously very delayed compared to normal, but I wanted to make sure that I was going through as many posts as I possibly could. I've gone back like 16, 17 hours in my notifications so that we can get as complete a picture as possible. So I think this is going to be really good. We've got a lot of NIGHTBIRD stuff. We've got a lot of Clash at the Castle stuff. We've got a lot of stuff that we need to talk about. I've just been chucking stuff into the folders, so it might be a bit of a mess, but we'll do the best we can, right? I would say there's one thing that just keeps getting shouted at me, and it is the words Chad Gable, right? That has been received loud and clear. We'll get to it when we get to it. But let's get started. Here is Word of Wrestling said, check this out. What if what we're seeing is, in the newest photos, this one looks like a wolf, and it might be based off Bray's chest tattoo. The similarity is uncanny, so that's an interesting thought. Obviously, there's a few thoughts that this is based on Ramblin' Rabbit. The others certainly feel like they have been based on puppets. So this looks like it may be based on Ramblin' Rabbit. But interesting to think that we could take this massive chest tattoo of Bray's as an inspiration. So just food for thought, but I liked it. Right, Missy, shout out to you. Corey says, I think this has come from Fightful. WWE thinks there's a real chance that the Uncle Howdy faction will work with modern wrestling. There doesn't appear to be supernatural elements as currently planned and presented. The stable has been planned for months, and there's a lot of work that's gone into the costumes. A lot of work that's gone into the costumes that were created. That is coming from Fightful. So Fightful reporting that this group is believed to not have, look at all this that we've got to get through. The group is not believed to have supernatural elements, right, currently. Apparently, the people that have been rumored are the people that Fightful are reporting as being in the group. The costumes have had a lot of work. It's believed that the puppets are going to be an inspiration, shall we say. So I don't know that they're going to be dressed as the puppets. I think what we're going to see is maybe elements and inspiration in the costumes and the characters and the presentation that's going to be based on the puppets. But yeah, this is very interesting from Fightful. The big takeaway, the one that people keep tagging me in, is this bit here. There doesn't appear to be supernatural elements so that it fits with where we are with modern wrestling. So very, very interesting stuff. Missy, thank you. Right, Brady said, credit to Tom for doing some amazing work. I'm excited for Alexa's return. So Tom Collique said Alexa Bliss's return will involve a brand new character with serious Wyatt influence. The WWE are not trying to force her return, and I would expect to see her involvement with the Wyatt Six a little later. So there we go. I feel like that's something that we have reported on before. I feel like that's something that we've already covered, but it's worth just touching on it again for those that might not have heard. I have had people saying, I thought this was the Wyatt Six. It's only 5 names, whereas the 6th person is the 6th Bray. We think that 6th person is going to be Alexa, but she is expected to arrive further down the road. I can't be bothered to scroll all the way down again, so we'll just start up here. Tammy said, this sounds silly, doesn't it? But my partner thinks that the CG here could be Chelsea Green, right? And you can see why. I mean, I've had people telling me that it might be Corey Graves. I've had people telling me that it could be Chelsea Green. Like, there's a few thoughts as to who CG could be, but I think the accepted theory right now is Chad Gable, and again, we'll get to that in a bit. David said, I wonder if these images are connected. Veiled bride pointing to something off screen, just like how here we've got the arrow pointing to something off this piece of paper. And that is true, isn't it? I mean, here we've got the veiled bride, she's pointing. Here we've got this veiled drawing, and we've got this arrow pointing. So I really love that. And I think David's done a brilliant job here of this. So if we go full screen on this one, there is what we believe to be the Huskus drawing, right? And so a lot of people saying that this is and looks like a pig, and I definitely can go with that, right? But David's come in and he's gone, well, what if it's this? What if it's this? What if this is actually what the person's going to be wearing? And I think that's brilliant. I think that's brilliant because this kind of has got similarities to a pig with like the snout, but obviously it's still its own item as well. So they could wear this and it's kind of got that sort of pig snout vibe to it, but it works in a different way as well. So I really like that. I really like that. And I wonder if the eyes being like crossed out the way they are, I wonder if that's kind of teasing like these kind of eyes. I mean, not this exact style, but I wonder if it's just teasing this sort of mask. I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was very, very clever. So David, shout out to you. Jim said, I'm thinking more about it. All the handwritten stuff, the drawings, they seem to point towards the Wyatt 6. But the questions and the text on screen, that points towards Alpha Academy. Are you happy? The brother thing. Every ending is a new beginning. It all kind of fits and ties into why Chad lost again. So CG being Chad Gable. And again, people have pointed out that another thing that was in this week's QR code was the line, you no longer say thank you. And we know that Chad Gable used to say, oh, thank you. And the line was, you no longer say thank you. And so, you know, that has really resonated with people. And people are now thinking Chad Gable could be the target, right? People are saying, like, do we think this works and all that kind of stuff? I'm not sure about it, right? In the sense of, I feel like Chad is going to turn on Otis. He's going to turn on Akira Tozawa, and maybe then the Wyatt 6 come to their aid. Maybe they come and stand up for them, right? Maybe they're going to be here to kind of defend them. And then maybe Chad goes away, joins up with the Creeds. And then maybe we get like Chad and the Creeds and Ivy Nile taking on this Wyatt 6. The only thing that I'm not sure about is we've not seen that group. I mean, I don't know how that group's going to work. I don't know what the Creeds are going to look like as heels. I don't know what Ivy Nile's going to look like as a heel. I don't know the dynamic of the group. I don't know the name of the group. Like, it's just a big unknown, really. I think for me personally, I would have preferred if it had been a case where the Judgment Day were like ruining everyone, and they were well established and we hated them and we needed someone to kind of bring them down, and then the Wyatt 6 went after them. That's what I would have preferred. Here we've got this group coming in really just going after Chad, and then Chad's going to go and get the Creeds, and then we set up this feud. So that's kind of seemingly where we're going. That's what people are thinking is going to be happening. You can see why they would do that, and that does also explain why Otis did not turn at Clash at the Castle, because that means that we need to keep building up this sympathy. If he'd have turned at Clash at the Castle, then he'd be standing up for himself, but he doesn't seem to have the ability to do that. He doesn't seem to have the ability to stand up to Chad Gable because, I don't know, the emotions, it's just too much for him. So that might explain why Chad Gable's going to be the target, because Wyatt 6, they're going to come in and they'll stand up to Chad on Otis's behalf. So, yeah, it's very interesting. The only thing I'm not sure about is the brother thing. So, obviously, there's been a lot about how did you feel when your brother died, right? And people are saying, well, Maxine lost her brother. But I don't really like bringing that into this story, to be honest. I feel like that brother thing is about Bray, personally. I feel like it's about Bray. I don't know that one connects to this. But Maxine lost her brother in real life. It has been referenced before. Obviously, Candice LeRae mentioned it in a mid-match to build a bit of sympathy. And they could be using it here, but I don't know. That's not the kind of thing that I would have done. But who knows? I mean, just because I wouldn't have done it doesn't mean they haven't done it. So we'll have to wait and see. I like the Chad Gable connection. I'm not sure about the brother one. That's where I am with it. Cut for Life, shout out to you. So Cut for Life was like, is it just me that can see a bird here? Right? And I was like, I don't see it. But I thought that was pretty good. I mean, I think we're all pretty much on board with this being the brim of a hat, right? And you can even see like the thorns around the edge of the hat, and then this is the like it's a top hat, right? So I feel like there's not too much mystery about that bit. I feel like that is a hat. But what I like about it is, did they shoot it in a way to kind of make it look a little bit like a bird with a beak being up here? You could sort of see that being an eye, this being the beak kind of coming down, this being a wing. Like, they could have got the light in that way if they really wanted this to kind of look like a bird, to tie it in maybe with Nightbird. So I thought that was very interesting. And what was extra interesting is that also Cut for Life says, look at this. Not only does the top bit look like a bird, but this bit to me looks like a wolf, again with an eye and a mouth over here. And again, I think they found an excellent picture to kind of show you the comparison. And obviously we've seen wolves and images of wolves throughout White Rabbit and at times in Nightbird. So again, pretty confident this is Uncle Howdy. Pretty confident he's sort of got his head down and that this is a jacket. But have they done it in a certain way where it is a bird and a wolf and it's together actually Uncle Howdy? Don't know. I liked it enough. I thought there was enough there to show it to you. So that's some out-the-box thinking there from Cut for Life. Magical Magic Banana said Joe Gacy has got a new banner on Twitter, and when you brighten the image it looks like a person standing up. It could also be a face, and he appears to have an eye. So this is the banner. It's really dark, and then if you do brighten it, I think you can see a jacket. I think this is a face here. So I don't know if this is an image that he's used before. I don't know if this is new and it's actually promoting what's coming. But yeah, it's very, very dark there. That's the actual picture. And then if you brighten it, this is what you get. And that certainly looks like a leather jacket. And this could be like some sort of mask. So that is an excellent find from Magical Magic Banana. Love that. Right, then we've got this from William. William said, I don't know if it ties in, but that black and white journal, it looks a great deal like Gustav Klimt's Pine Forest series. I've never heard of him. I've never heard of this. I actually just saw one at the Baltimore Museum of Art when I was there. So when I saw it, this is what came to mind. And it is true. I mean, it definitely reminds me of trees and a forest like this. And this picture in particular reminds me of that shot that we've seen a few times, which was like the center of a vignette. And then when you widened it, you could see Erick Rowan walking past. He was in a woods, and it was very similar to something like this. So yeah, I agree. I think that the pattern on that journal is based on a woods. I don't know that it's based on this artist or these paintings in particular, but yeah, that is kind of what the journal looks like. I agree. Right, Hydra Stomper said, Daze, for some reason my post got removed, but here it is. So this is the one that we were trying to figure out, and I saw people trying to work it out and coming up with the word beanie, but obviously there was a J in this, so that didn't really fit, and that's as far as we got with it with our initial video, right? But yeah, I love this. So not sure if I'm the first to spot it, but I think I've solved eeijanb, which you was confused about in the video. I think it's every end is just a new beginning. There we go. So love that. I completely agree. I mean, that's got to be it. Every end is just a new beginning. So love that, Hydra Stomper. Very, very good. This is Andrew Inglorious said, I've messed with the saturation and the hue of the one image to get a clearer look. I think this is the grey pixely image that's been at the end of some of the videos. It's got the same mouth shape. So here, this whatever this is, here, does look sort of reminiscent of that. So, you know, this character, which we think could be Lumis, this character here, is this person actually been this person all along? Is this going to be connected? I mean, we feel like this has been a teaser reveal for a long time. And are we about to find out that it's actually this person? Is this going to be revealed as Dexter Lumis? Can't wait to find out. Not long till we find out. There's the tree one we were talking about. David said, I believe this could be a timeline of sorts with the 11, 18, 20, 22, which is when LA Knight slapped Bray a couple of times, right? So we had that date there. And David's thinking this might be a timeline running along the bottom, right? And the CG, which is here in the timeline, if this is a timeline, that might be creator gone. That's when the creator left us. And the arrow pointing to the end, which might be Monday. I mean, I just thought that was a really fun theory. It's so interesting to me to kind of see what people are thinking and how they are decoding this stuff. So the idea that, you know, why is it there in the corner? Why is that up there? What is that pointing to? So I like how David's gone, maybe this is a timeline. And we've seen lots of timelines. I mean, the journal is done as a timeline. So I didn't think that was too crazy. I don't think personally that's what it is, but I did like that theory. So David, excellent work. Paranormal Presence said, I know a lot of people have probably mentioned this, but the 5 pictures, I think they're all puppets. Mercy, Ramblin' Rabbit, Huskus. And as far as the bride, I think that's Abby. If he set them free, does it mean that the puppets, and now the puppets are alive? So that is the belief. So word on the street is that the puppets are going to be the inspiration for these new characters, and that the costumes are going to take influence from the Firefly Funhouse puppets. So we do think that we're dealing with Huskus and Ramblin' Rabbit and all of that. I don't think what we're going to see is we're going to basically see them, the puppets and their personalities. I just think that we're going to take inspiration. I don't want Dexter to be Ramblin' Rabbit or whichever one, right? I don't want him to be Ramblin' Rabbit. I want him to be him, but I want him to represent Ramblin' Rabbit. If you are, I want there to be something that connects to Ramblin' Rabbit. Same with, like, if we're going to have Joe Gacy be Huskus, I don't want him to come out dressed as a pig, you know? I don't want him to be like bright pink with like a t-shirt on, whatever, or a headband on as he's about to try and do the Muscle Man dance. Like, we don't want that. We want something a bit darker where, you know, there's been a little bit of influence there, but he's still going to be his own person, you know? So yeah, for me, I do think that we're going to see inspiration. That's the word I think I like to use. A little bit of influence in these characters. But I don't know quite where that leaves us with the Funhouse and the puppets. That's hard to know. Is that still going to be a thing? Are the puppets still going to be around? You know, I was under the impression the Funhouse was in Bray's mind. So are we now going to be in Bo's mind? Are we going to do it, but now it will live in Bo's mind? If we do that, will it be a little bit different? Not sure. Giza HD said, how did I miss this? Maybe I'm the only one. You stopped saying thank you. The CG is in several places. Chad Gable. So there we go. I mean, I feel like Chad Gable. I've read the name Chad Gable in the last 10, 12 hours. I think more times than I've read any other name, honestly. Like, people love this theory. People are absolutely in love with this theory that the CG stands for Chad Gable. So Definitely the leading theory, definitely an accepted theory. So many people sending it over, so many people excited about that. And actually, you know, the link might even continue because Bryce said, with this in mind, the announcers have been talking a lot about how Chad Gable lost his empathy. Could this have been a hint about him all along? And this is the empathy journal entry. And it says, where is your empathy? All they want is a chance. Is that Maxine, Otis, Akira Tozawa? You reject them without merit. You pray for their demise. What sadness do you mask? What worm? Which I think is very interesting because isn't that the move that Otis does? Like, that's kind of the worm, isn't it? What worm consumed your heart? I hope you find solace. I hope you find peace. And doesn't he do, oh, thank you. Like, doesn't he throw out the peace signs as well? I really like that. I really like that. I think this comes like further towards the end as well of the journal. So could it be that that was a message to Chad Gable? Very interesting. Right, Alpha Elite said the numbers are bleeding. So, yeah, we've got this in red now. People are pointing out, I mean, I looked at it earlier today. It was in white. So I don't know if it's like changing its color or whatever, like sometimes red, sometimes white. But I keep getting people sending it over going, the numbers have gone red. What does this mean? So I don't know what it means, to be honest. I mean, other than we're not far away from them arriving. So it might just be that red alert, something like that, you know. Right, you cannot kill me in a way that matters. Just pointing out that in the source codes, those red circles that had the letters inside in the latest QR code, they're known as Circle of Red. And you cannot kill me in a way that matters was just wondering, could that be the new group name? Because we keep calling them the Wyatt Six, and we only call them that because that's the only name we've got to work with. So I really like the idea that they might actually go by a different name than Wyatt Six. And it could be that they go with a name something like the Circle of Red. I don't know about that as a name for a group, but I thought that was interesting. You know, rather than just calling it a red circle, they've called it Circle of Red. I do think that is interesting. So a good little spot there from You Cannot Kill Me in a Way That Matters. Here's GYR said this is going to be cool. So here you can see that creature that we were just looking at a moments ago. And we think this is going to be Dexter. And there's a picture of Dexter with longer hair and with a bit of a beard that he's grown out as well now. So, I mean, I've got to think, is this a wig, maybe? Is this going to be a wig? Is he really... I mean, I don't think he will have grown his hair to those lengths. So, I don't know. That wouldn't surprise me if that was some sort of wig. But then, does that mean he would have to take it off before he wrestles? I don't know. I really don't know. Unless he has grown his hair out, but... I feel like that would take a long time to get to that sort of length, you know? That would take a long, long time. I don't even know if I could grow my hair that long, to be honest. I don't even know if I could do that. But yeah, I do see that connection. I do think that the way this person is standing, the seemingly the size of them, I do get Dexter Lumis vibes. This was You Cannot Kill Me in a Way That Matters. Just wondering, is that's going to be the group's name? Here's Averted Vision saying, if you type Bo Dallas's birthday into that Black Moon Lilith calculator, you get this. It's very similar to his earring, which is very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I think that Black Moon Lilith thing is very interesting because that is apparently to do with a side of yourself that you hide away. And we were talking about that in the most recent Nightbird video. So Averted Vision, just finding this. I thought that was very good. Jason said, I'm going to throw this out there. Could CG be Corey Graves married to Carmella? Right? In kayfabe, it might be Carmella Graves. She's just had a baby. She's blonde. Images of a baby in the QR code. Carmella is on her way. Could Carmella be the bride? So again, I like to include some of these so that you can see what people are thinking. I feel like Chad Gable is the accepted one, so it's going to take something pretty big to shift me from that being connected to Chad right now. But yeah, there's no rumors that Carmella's going to be involved in this. I don't expect Carmella to be involved in this, but you can see the logic. You can see the logic. So yeah, interesting. Food for thought. Ryan said, one thing I've thought about is the word massacre being used often. We know that Bray was a big fan of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Could that be a reason why Corpus Christi, Texas is where they're going to debut? I mean, it's true. They do keep banging on about the word massacre, and we are going to be in Texas. So that is very interesting. I like that, Ryan. I like that. Word of Wrestling said the phase we see in the QR code was from a 1702 philosopher who infer that one must make peace with the fact that they must live without attachment and to understand everything has a beginning and an end. I think this seems to fit. So there we go. Every ending is just a new beginning. So that was hidden in the QR codes. We believe that to be the URL, right? And we know we've looked into, like, you know, what it actually means. And I think this last bit to me is really interesting. Everything that has a beginning has an end. That certainly feels like it fits, doesn't it? So love that, Word of Wrestling. Bruno said, oh yeah, this is another one. So when the QR code flashed up, it said massacre, but two of the S's were dollar signs. And so Bruno's saying, what if the dollar signs means money in the bank? What if we see vignette videos during the weeks, which have been filmed according to rumors, and then we get the actual massacre happening at Money in the Bank? Now, I think Money in the Bank is quite early in July. It's only like a few weeks away. I think it's like the 6th of July. So you're probably looking at like 3 weeks or so away. For me personally, I think if we don't actually get them, I mean, if we get vignettes that show them, I think that would be good enough for me. I expect to see them, right? So if we get vignettes tomorrow on Raw, I'll be happy with that. That won't be a disappointment for me. As long as I get to see this group together and I get to see the costumes, I can see the masks, that's huge, right? But yeah, what if now they're actually going to just start teasing that and the massacre arrives at Money in the Bank? The only thing I would say is, what do we do with Chad if Chad's going to be the first target? You know, how do we, you know, is he going to just keep abusing Otis? Is Otis gonna turn on him? Like, what are we doing with that situation if they're not gonna arrive until Money in the Bank? Obviously, we're reaching a bit here. There's two dollar signs that could mean absolutely anything, right? Could mean anything. It might not have anything to do with Money in the Bank, but it's just worth thinking about. And it's worth thinking about if they're not there in person on Monday. You know, are you going to be disappointed if it's just a vignette? And it's just them in a vignette, but you can see them. For me, as long as I can see them, as long as I can see the costumes, you know, and if we're going to do something like a Firefly Funhouse type vignette, which are going to be like, you know, oh my God, that just happened, let's talk about it. That'll be fine with me. That would be fine. That is definitely a development and an evolution from the QR codes. And we get to see them and they can send their messages and we build towards Money in the Bank. I would be okay with that. Right, here is Wrestling Riant saying, I'm going to add a green photo on the eeijanb and hello images. I think it makes them clearer, right? So I've said already, but I'll say it again here. I believe these to be the same. I think that this is Uncle Howdy with his head down. I think that's the hat, and I think you can see it much clearer here that that's the hat, the brim of the hat. I think it's like barbed wire or thorns that's kind of going around. I think this is the jacket. So there's that one. And then the other image, I believe that this is, I don't know if it's exactly the same image, but it is just showing us like more. Obviously, everyone's pointed at the hurt heel gloves. A lot of people have said, oh, is this a cross between The Fiend and Howdy and all that? I don't think it's that. I just think that's probably a tribute. You know, his brother, Bo's brother, has passed away. It wouldn't surprise me if he wants to wear those Fiend gloves. You know, just have something on him, on his person that reminds him of Bray. And shows the world, reminds the world of Bray, and the hurt heel gloves could be exactly that. I couldn't tell if that was a brace or something here, or if that was a knee pad. That's definitely the leg, isn't it? And I think that's like a brace or a knee pad. Don't know what this is. Don't know what that is there. But I was interested in that. I feel like the green is really good, because I feel like you can even start seeing some patterns, maybe, on some of the actual entrance attire. I mean, that looks like a massive collar here, for example. So love this image. I think Wrestling Rianne's done a brilliant job with that. Love that. And then that was the close-up one. I don't know it's the exact same picture, but I think it's the same person, and I think that it is the same pose. So there we go. That's just zoomed in close-up image there. Right, there's the $2 signs. So Vidal said, did anyone catch Massacre has $2 signs? He has previously mentioned pictured. Has it been previously mentioned or pictured? Has anyone got any thoughts? So I like what has been said there about that being Money in the Bank. I like that. Down here, Certified Toxic Boy said every ending has a new beginning. So the eeijanb. And then again, another connection there. This one almost looks like Dexter Lumis's tattoos down the arm, and he's leaned out a little bit since the older photo. Broken Barefoot said maybe something to do with Money in the Bank. I Am Legend said the second picture you thought might have been Howdy is Alexa. They're both running this group, so I can't remember. I mean, these are the two pictures that I thought were both Howdy. I don't think one of them is Alexa, to be honest. I don't think one of them. I think that they're both Howdy. That is just the full image of Howdy, and then I believe that to be the closer up image of Howdy. Top Weasel said the message on the video might be directed to Alpha Academy members who have been looking miserable. They've not won a match in ages, and they might not remember who they were. With Chad trying to erase their personalities, Howdy is the opposite of Chad. Kendall said, great Cave Bird video. With the arrow pointing to the notebook, the close-up makes it look like a maze. With the arrow pointing to the way out, is Howdy being a savior for the trapped? Well, I think he is. I think he is being a savior for the trapped. Whether that's showing itself in the journal and all of that, I'm not sure. But I do like that theory. Wrestling Rianne said, I just watched the Clash at the Castle post-show conference, and there was a subtle hint from Triple H. I think after tonight, Corpus should be interesting. I can only imagine Drew McIntyre will be there, as will others. It should be quite interesting. So those were the words from Triple H after the show, on the post-show conference. And there we go. So this was the whole Nightbird folder. Right, we got all of that. I think, is there a fun Nightbird one? I think we should have a couple of bits. Boomer finger. Tracy just pointing out one of the images the other day had a slight bit of finger covering the covering the camera. Love that, Tracy. And then here, look, love this. Matty versus the world. Tagging me in this from Chris. This is in Glasgow. So there we go. Perhaps that's why Bo came over. He wanted to take Nikki Cross for a drink at Howdys. So there we go. That apparently in Glasgow. So we've gone over 33 minutes, and hopefully we can get through the rest of this, but I didn't want to cut any corners. I wanted to make sure that we were being very clear. I think the two big things for me are the Chad Gable theory and understanding and explaining why people think that, and then also the ITTJ, whatever it was, you know, those initials, those letters, every ending has a new beginning, blah blah blah, that thing. I think that was important to communicate, because I think that is the answer to that as well. But yeah, nothing else like found or anything like that. I mean, lots of thoughts and theories though, so really pleased we were able to get this video done, get it out there. So with that being said, let's move on. This is the Clash at the Castle press conference. Heavy words from Damian to Drew. So here, Damian is basically telling Drew to grow up. Like, you know, you're blaming other people for your failures, right? And he just really did go off. I mean, Damian was not in good spirits at this press event after. He was feeling the effects from, obviously, when he got caught up in the ropes. And honestly, we might even see him have to vacate the title. Obviously, we hope not. But yeah, it might be that he is injured. He does seem to have caused himself like an injury. And honestly, if they do scans and checks and it turns out that this injury is going to take a few months to recover, WWE might look at it and think, well, we've got to take the title off you. Which if they were to do that, Gunther gets to compete for it, and we would have to find another challenger. Like, I don't know quite how we would go about doing it. I really don't. I mean, we know that Gunther's going to compete for it at SummerSlam. So I really don't know what they would do. I don't think they would just not have a champion until SummerSlam. I'm guessing they would try and crown a champion before then. It might end up being Gunther. Maybe Gunther gets it before SummerSlam and goes into SummerSlam as champion. But let's see if he, you know, has to vacate first. It might be that it's fine, it's manageable, it settles down, it's not as bad as they fear, and he can carry on. Anthony said, what about the other 20%? So 80% of the globe will have access to WWE programming when they go to Netflix in January. And Anthony said, what about the other 20%? I did reply, they'll just have to watch AEW. Community, right, let's go over here. So Ian said, it is journalism like this that gives Wrestling Daze so many supporters. He's not afraid to go that extra mile for the community to get the scoops. Thank you for the set. Thank you, Ian. Thank you. That was a dark day, to be honest. That was a dark day. But you know, I will go to those lengths for you guys. Here is We Are the Woe Movement. Said I got a picture with Cathy Kelley. Don't mind my eyes. I'm just admiring myself. Seriously, it was great to see her in person. Felt like seeing behind the curtain. It was my first photo with anyone related to wrestling. It's really cool. Really, really cool. So there we go. Picture with Cathy Kelley. Never know who you're going to bump into. Smurfy Toon said, if you pause at 4 seconds, Daze appears. So this was our friend Wrestle with Andy, right? I had quite a few people tagging me in this. So here we go. you can see it already. Here, look. So Wrestle with Andy in the crowd with a giant Daze head, right? And he's flipping bobbing it around in the crowd. Look, there's look at him waving it about. Oh my god, there's one picture, right, where he's got it and he tilts it and it sort of looks like I'm kissing Damian Priest on the forehead. So, Wrestle with Andy, a massive thank you, my friend. You did not have to do that, and there was loads of people in the community that really enjoyed going, oh my god, is that Daze in the crowd? Someone's got your head in the crowds. It's like, yeah, it's Wrestle with Andy, and he better not have lost it. Flipping better not have lost it. If I found out he's lost my head in Glasgow, I'll be livid. So, Wrestle with Andy, shout out to you, my friend. Right, let's have a look at WWE, shall we? Lots to talk about. Oh, yeah, I think we've shown this already, but, I mean, we can try and show it again. If you take the sound down, there is... So, this was from Friday. Here, you've got Bayley and Naomi walking backstage. And there we go. You got Chelsea and a producer just trying to scarp her away. What's really fun about that is in America, when they showed it on tape delay, they actually covered this up with a NIGHTBIRD QR code. It was not a new QR code. They just took the one from earlier in the night and they repeated it as a way to try and hide this moment, right? But joke's on them because I've got the moment. So there we go. That's it. Lol. Here, oh yeah, this was huge today. AJ Styles appeared and announced that he will be competing against Marufuji at Noah Destination on July 13th, 2024. So there we go. There was a big Noah announcement, and this was it. AJ Styles going to be in action over at Noah Destination in the middle of July. So, Anthony, shout out to you. Jordan, thank you. Pro Wrestling Finesse said WWE will have worked with TNA, Marigold, Noah, GC Dub, and AJP Dub in 2024. It's true, innit? Currently working with TNA. We know that EO's going to Marigold. We know that AJ's going to Noah. We know that Shayna and a few others went to Bloodsport during WrestleMania weekends. And I think we sent Charlie Dempsey to All Japan. Right at the start of the year, he was known as the ace of NXT. So look at this. This is not what we were getting under Vince. So there we go. The video package with Styles highlights in Japan goes hard. So I really can't play it, to be honest. I mean, I wonder if I can... Here we go. So this is AJ, right? The reason I can't play it is because Japanese companies, New Japan in particular, are a flipping nightmare when it comes to copyright. Nightmare. They take no prisoners. So we can kind of skip through so you can see AJ just sort of talking. And then they showed footage from WWE. And he was just putting his opponent over. And then we got that graphic at the end. So it was just a very quick, I mean, it's only 50 seconds long. But yeah, he's announced that he will be competing. Tribal Chief, thank you. So WrestleOps reporting that Becky has revealed to ESPN that The Rock, Roman, Cody, Seth all exchanged hugs and received a standing ovation after WrestleMania Night 1 came to an end. She said sometimes you come back from a match and you just know that it was something really special. So there we go. Nice little behind the scenes. We still haven't seen that documentary, have we, actually? Still haven't seen that documentary. We were meant to get that ages ago. So hopefully we see that one day. Right, this is good. This was Drew doing a whole train spotting thing. Choose life, choose wrestling, choose Glasgow. It's very Scottish. He talks about things I don't even understand. But if you've ever seen Train Spotting, it's a kind of scene from that movie. So he's just walking down the street, like doing his little... We'll play a little bit of it. Oh, this music might kill me, though, in all fairness, right?
Choose wrestling. Choose chaos. Choose traffic cones. Choose tunnocks, tea cakes, and Mother's Pride loaves. Choose the biggin. Choose banana feet. Choose patter. Choose slaggins. Choose Iron Brew because Pepsi's for dafties. Choose Jack.
Dafties.
Choose Victor. Choose a slosh. Choose string vests and tartan armchairs.
So, like, he just keeps going through that, but it's a play on the Train Spotting movie. It's really cool. Love Train Spotting as well. Such a great film. Elite Rockers said, if there was any confusion, I think this 100% clears it up. CM Punk is in Glasgow. I feel bad for Drew. So there he was, buying a shirt or trying to find an item to wear for Celtic. He found out that Drew was a Rangers fan, so he wanted to make sure that he was wearing the colours of his arch rivals, right? So Rangers wear blue, Celtic wear green and white. So fair play to CM Punk for putting the legwork in, man. He's gone to the shop just so he can find a way of just poking that little bit more, you know? Love it. Corey Graves said, Scotland, am I doing this right? I mean, that is just... That's more valuable than water in Scotland. More loved than oxygen. So you're definitely doing it right. There, look at that. We've got Randy having a look at the title. I do love this, though. Same way he was looking at this lady. So, yeah, there we go. So, Watson, shout out to you, buds. Yeah, are we foreshadowing something here? Oh, I'd like this. I'd like another run with this. Very good. Missy said, I feel so bad for Scotland. In less than 48 hours, they've lost to Germany. Drew lost at Clash at the Castle. And then they lost to Australia in the cricket. Let's play this. Well, that's gone well, hasn't it? Nostalgia. Jade Cargill tapped out. Yeah, this is interesting. I didn't see this, but look at her arm. Tappy to tap. It was picked up by the commentary team. Why did she do that? Was that on purpose? Why is she doing that? I mean, it does look like she is tapping there. Why did she do that? Right, here's Drew. He is peeved, says Dean. Look at him, man. Grab him, referee. This is obviously after. McIntyre has lost it. No, he's going out. He's just going off. Was that Corey? Yeah, he goes over to Wade. Wade was livid as well, you know. Wade was livid. McIntyre just going off, man. Just going off. I think he just said it's shocking, Drew. It's shocking. Another short story, said Harry. So obviously we know he wrote a K on his wrist for his wife, right? Over here, look at this. So he posted this. And there's CM Punk. Wholesome. I mean, it was not long after this that he screwed him. And he knew that he had done this moment and that what it meant to him. CM Punk, man, he's so cold. He does not give a flip. Does not give a flip, mate. So love that. Love that. So there we go. We got that. Yeah, this is good. Planeta. So there you've got CM Punk doing it to Drew. And look, you've got AJ doing it to CM Punk back in the day. So that's pretty fun, isn't it? That's pretty fun. Love that connection. Love that. So NVRNDS, thank you. Swingman Lou, another just pointing this moment out there. Nails and NY, hope you're well. Jessica Carr, when she realised what had happened, because she gave her ref shirt to CM Punk. Oh no. Love that. AJ required urgent medical attention after tonight's Undisputed Championship I Quit match. So digital exclusive footage. I haven't actually watched this, to be honest. So even I don't quite know what we do. He gets help to the back. Is that it? That's it. Right, what's this? CM Punk stated last night that he'll be at Smackdown from Chicago this Friday. He'll let everyone know if he's cleared. Surely he is. Surely. I can't imagine he's going to rock up and go, no, I'm not cleared. I'm not cleared. So surely he's going to announce he's cleared. Gorilla Position said CM Punk is poison. This is BS. Killer work from Wade Barrett, taking shots at Triple H, the company, CM Punk. Wade is a star, brilliant on the mic, and great friends with Drew. This adds more layers of reality. This is pro wrestling's storyline of the year. He goes off. You might not have seen this. It was on the post show. He goes off. He's not happy, man. He's not happy. And he is good friends with Drew. And he's like, I can't believe those softball questions. I can't believe Triple H talking about how it's amazing to have CM Punk back. That's twice he's got involved in a championship match. Who's what? No one's doing anything. Who's doing anything? No one's stopping him. Really good. Really, really good. CM Punk said, Drew said he prayed for it. Well, now I'm going to pray on him. Drew McIntyre is never going to be a champion ever again. I promise. That was CM Punk on the post show as well. So there we go. Lots of stuff from Clash. I think we've covered that. We've done the Clash press events. We've done Clash. We've done WWE. We have done WWE, haven't we? Have we? We've done WWE. We've done Community. We've done Nightbirds. I think we've only got Other and Fun now. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. The important is just for the competition winner that we had the other day, so that's not important. even though it says important. How long have we got? We've got 10 minutes. All right, let's go down. I thought you should see this, says Shadam. So ring names for Cody, Cody R, Cody Rhodes, Dashing Cody Rhodes, Stardust, Cody Reynolds. Talent name! Because obviously they put that up, didn't they, when he was on screen? Screwing Drew in his hometown. Look at this. Beautiful meme. Cody, shout out to you. There he is. That's what he must have chose from the shop. Sat there with his Celtic. And Celtic actually tweeted it out. Celtic actually posted this. I think they put it on their Instagram. CM Punk wearing this Celtic top. So Celtic absolutely loving the fact they've got this high-profile fan now. So, Harry, thank you. Don't be mad because you can't pull it off, says T-Lil. So here's Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio said you can do better. Hashtag deadbeats. So he's not impressed that Chelsea's wearing this Rey Mysterio mask. So Dominic's like, Chelsea, you can do better than that. So yeah, I think that's fun. Dominic responding to this moment from Chelsea. There's another one as well. This is one that CM Punk posted. So there we go. There's CM Punk. There's Drew down. The look on his face when he got screwed. So that's actually been put up by CM Punk on IG. So Freddie, thank you. Gaz said, I thought you might enjoy this. Night is WWE. It is Father's Day and happy Father's Day. So Paul Bearer, happy Father's Day from your loving sons, Undy and Kane. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's nice. And then this as well. Look, CM Punk gave Bayley a birthday cake backstage at Clash at the Castle. So there we go. Happy birthday, champ. So there's Bayley. There's CM Punk. And he gave her he had a good day, didn't he? He went to the shops. He bought a Celtic top. He went and bought a cake. This ain't the CM Punk that I know, right? This ain't the CM Punk I've heard about. So there we go. We've had all that. Now we've got other. I don't know how much is in here. We should be able to get through it. Right, the Howdys in TNA means they might show up in WWE. So WWE Ethan, thank you. Long time no see. So Drew McIntyre came out, right? Here's the pop.
Let's go. Surprise.
It's cool, isn't it? So there we go. That is ICW in Scotland. There's Drew.
Next level, get us back as popular as ICW was at our height and get even better than that.
So Drew, not forgetting his roots. I see dub. So there we go. Drew said, long time no see. Insane championship wrestling. Oh my God, this was sick. I've been sent this so many times. This is Scripps. This is Reggie. Like, he's competing here at GC Dub, right? Look at Seth says, oh my God, Jordan tagged me. I got tagged in this so much. Enjoy this.
Chest.
Look at this. Boom, mate. That is so good. That is so good. Bang, bang, bang. Oh my God. Oh my God, that is so good. That is going to do the rounds, man. And it should as well. That is sick. That is sick. And then, of course, this is our last one. Happy Father's Day. Now, I've not flooded this video with Father's Day messages because we may do another unseen later today. And I'll put a lot of Father's Day stuff into that. This was really more about hitting the Nightbird stuff and just getting a bit of that kind of Clash at the Castle reaction, right? But yeah, this is nice. And I saw this. I thought we got to chuck it in. A couple of hours ago. Happy Father's Day to your champion Cody Rhodes. We love you, Popper. So there we go. Just lovely. Cody with his daughter. There he is with Brandy. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. So there we go. That was Unseen. The plan is that I'll be back later and I'll be doing a live stream as we're going to be talking about Wyatt 6, Uncle Howdy. I'll take your questions, theories, thoughts. We'll dive into it all, right? We'll do a couple of hours. Obviously, tomorrow is huge, so we'll do a live stream tonight. on it. Tomorrow is huge, and we will be starting a little earlier than usual. We normally start 2 hours before Raw. We'll start 3 hours before Raw. And again, we'll just box off absolutely anything and everything, right? So much excitement. People have been counting down these days like it's flipping Christmas, New Year's, right? So tomorrow is just so big. So we'll definitely do a little bit of a longer stream tomorrow as well. So not only we'll do that, I'll see if I can get another Unseen up later as well. So much on the way. Thank you so much for all the support. Keep sending your thoughts and your theories over, and I'm sure I will see you at some point over the next 24, 36 hours, right? And then on Tuesday, of course, we've got NXT with a Battle Royal, and we're expecting TNA stars to be in that. So what a time to be a WWE fan. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.